Damn, I wanted to ask a question.
Or what about the book?
Nah, it was before the match. My bad.
I mean, it's up to y'all because y'all.
I just real quick question. It may not be quick, but it's kind of a quick question. Is there a difference? You know, because I know a lot of times we see, you know, black people doing X, Y, and Z, and people are saying that's the culture. That's the culture. That's the culture. And I'm trying to figure out what's the difference between American culture and black culture. Isn't black culture part of American culture, or are we just not a part of American culture? Or and what makes something being, you know, somebody doing some wild shit, you know, or quote unquote ghetto culture, a part of black culture?
I was just going to say that everything that's negative is considered black culture. It ain't never nothing positive. Us taking care of our kids, us, you know, taking your kids to school, you being a father in your household, that's not considered. All this stuff that's good is never part of black culture.
That's American culture.
Yeah, that's American culture.
But when motherfuckers not taking care of their kids,
and out here gang banging, pants hanging off their ass, doing all this stuff, that's black culture.
Because I was trying to think, like, how can you separate shootings in a black neighborhood, right? Just a black neighborhood, which is, if we say shootings, oh well, that's the black culture. And yeah, my bad. But that's the black culture. But then say, well, guns is American culture. Is guns not American culture?
It's the way
do we not think that guns is from,
this how they got this motherfucker.
Right. And what are guns used for?
To take shit.
To take shit and kill people, right?
Yes.
No?
Yes. Take lives.
Now, the way they going about it, but isn't that what they're using them for?
Yes.
Is that not part of American culture?
Yeah. But like I say, everything that's negative is black culture. But if it's not negative, it's what and we do it ourselves. Because you have all them shootings that I wanted to talk about this too. All them shootings that you had everybody talking about some, oh man, this ain't Chicago, this Chicago. No, that's not shit. There's some ignorant motherfuckers that's doing that shit. That's like 10% of what's going on is done by 10%. All this crime and shit has been done by 10 to 15% of people that do shit. All black people are going to work that want you to get them the fuck out of here because they fucking up us too. We go to work. We make sure everything is cool and copacetic. We trying to do the right things.
Let me ask you this. What's the difference between a Ponzi, you know what a Ponzi scheme is?
Yeah.
I know how to identify it. You know, let's look up the... Go ahead.
But even as you identify a Ponzi scheme, right? It's a scam, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, essentially, yeah.
And a PPP loan the nigga then took out.
That's still a Ponzi scheme.
But they're gonna right. But they're gonna say, well, the nigga doing the PPP loan or whatever, that's black culture. That's, you know what I mean.
It was a whole bunch of white people did that shit.
I sent it with the buddy. What's his name? Mark Cox.
Yeah.
From the Soft White Underbelly.
Yeah, they con artists and stuff. They make up all type of words for them when they do shit like that. Right. But us, we just thieving and scamming and all. They do all the negative words too.
So how is that not all under? Even if it's a subcategory, how is it not all under American culture?
Man, look here. America was built on violence. I ain't trying to hear what you're talking about. I don't care who you ask. America was built on violence. Where do you think we learned the violence from?
Because when I watch, you know, different documentaries and different things about like the mobsters and shit like that, it's like real glorified. And it's probably been said before, but it's real glorified. You know, they love the Lucky Lucianos and the, you know, I'm finna say Al Patrons, Al Capones, the five families in New York, the Genovese family, them died, outfit in Chicago. They love talking about that. There's good stuff. And it's entertaining, actually, when I will listen to it. But it's like when you know, we talk about, you know, GDs, Vice Lords, Crips, Bloods. Again, these are all been detriments to the community. But it's like, doesn't that all that still fall under like American culture to me?
I think. Actually, the definition of Ponzi scheme. Mm-hmm. A form of fraud in which belief in the success of a non-existent enterprise is fostered by the payment of quick returns to the first investors from money invested by later investors. AI overview. This look like a better one. A Ponzi scheme is a fraudulent investment scheme where same thing. Right. Essentially, it's a cycle of paying old debts with new debts, and the scheme inevitably collapses when it becomes when it becomes difficult to attract new investors, or when a large number of existing investors try to withdraw their funds. So when you were asking a question just now, I thought, the word culture is, the way people use it seems like it's just a collective behavior amongst a group of people. So yeah, and Maul is exactly right. I think about that all the time. Black people are the face of everything negative. Whenever you hear anything good, nobody ever really, and if you think of something good or somebody's talking about something good, they never associate that with the black community or black people.
Yeah.
Ever that I've ever heard. Maybe so, and please, and I'm not above reproach. Anybody show me anything otherwise.
Oh, I thought you was going to say I'm 85% Caucasian. I'm just playing. I'm serious. We're talking serious shit.
Well, no, it's fine. It's all jokes all the time. But no, I 100% agree with that, because while you have to call a spade, as we always say.
That's another one.
What?
Spade a spade. That's up there with picnic, and it's a history.
It is.
It really is.
We need to do that one day. Don't do it now, but we need to do that one day where we get list all the.
I like listening because a lot of times a lot of people don't know, and I don't really say nothing. But since I had said something earlier about the Nick picking, you know what I'm saying, which goes with picnicking, you know what I'm saying, which nigga picking,
it's all the same.
Right? And spade to spade. What color is spades?
Black.
You know what I mean? Yeah,
it's the most powerful hand in spades, right?
Yeah, but that ain't the only card. That ain't the only card game it is. Like,
sure.
There's definitely games where spade is the lowest.
Yeah.
But no, I think
you ever play hearts? Spades don't mean shit, except that queen of spade. But go ahead. Sorry.
I've played that game before, but anyway. But no, it's definitely bothersome. And by call a spade, I meant just call it what it is, just for clarification. But no, it definitely bothers me sometimes that happens, because on one hand, again, black people are the face of everything negative. And a lot of crimes, a lot of bad things do happen. And, when it comes time to report something on the news that black people do something, right there, right? You mentioning that the person was black, the people are black, or it's a predominantly black neighborhood, or whatever the case.
Shoes, he had on black clothes, he had black skin, black hat.
Whatever the case,
black
right?
Socks.
But we can Google it right now. As far as the race of men that most of them take care of their kids is black men. So why isn't that paraded on the news? Not necessarily the news, but on the social media.
Or people who delete themselves. Why isn't the opposite shown, where the people that delete themselves are actually mostly Caucasian, especially in the United States? Right?
Much agreed.
So that they don't talk about that. They'll talk about the homicides, and I understand homicides is, somebody taking somebody else's life. But, people taking their own lives is a huge issue, and it's more deletions than it is homicides in the United States. You can look that up and at Pew Research or whatever .gov. You feel like but that's a real thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, it gets sometimes it weighs on the mind. Like, dang, y'all can't put nothing else. There's nothing else that y'all can talk about positive or when it comes to black people at all.
Well, once I have no hope.
Trying to have no hope.
To another extent of it, though, I think I hear a lot of people that talk about the fact that they're tired of black people being the face of everything negative. A lot of black people give a lot of people ammunition to talk about that stuff. Black people talk about black people,
but still, we're not the only ones that do bad shit, though. That's the thing too, though, because like he was saying with the Ponzi scheme and the PPP loans. PPP loans, they was throwing everybody black underneath the bus. Everybody. There was music entertainers, this, that, and the third. You don't think no hospitals, no motherfucking businesses.
Yes. Loretto Hospital got 900 million. Now you ever seen Loretto Hospital? Mm-hmm. Right there on Central, goddamn, right off the expressway? Do they look like they need 900 million for anything?
Yeah, I see.
If they do, they need to tear that bitch down and rebuild it for 900 million. But they It was a Arab guy who put in for it. I'm sorry, I just had to interject that. But, yeah.
But I'm saying it was a whole bunch of people with legit businesses that was taking that money, but they don't talk about them like that. It was a lot of CEOs got in trouble. They didn't talk about them like that. But they talk about all the rappers, all the entertainers, everybody from Atlanta that was taken from it, but they didn't talk about nobody else talking about it from it. So we can sit up there and say we talk about it. No, but they don't bring that out to the forefront too. And that's crazy.
Just genuine question. Weren't the PPP loans for intended for businesses though? That's why people would make fraudulent paperwork.
Yeah, but you had to show where the funds went and not going on yachts and trips and buying cars and all that. Okay. That's what made it fraudulent and then the Ponzi scheme.
Again, think Loretto Hospital and why you need $900 million.
Yeah, man. So I don't know.
That's a conversation. We take this bitch for 30 minutes, 45 minutes.
You know, it's just something. I've been meaning to ask, and
I'm not going to lie to you. It's a shame that we be on so much on the same page. Because, bro, I was riding down the street and I was thinking about that same question to ask. Like, what is considered black culture, white culture, American? Like, what's all Mexican culture? Like, when do you get to say that that's that culture? Because the only time I think about black culture is like our food and stuff and the way we dress and the way. That's what I think. I don't think about no gun, music, and all that. I don't think about nothing violent.
I don't either, to be honest.
What about crack?
That's American culture.
Drugs is
American culture. When I think of violence, though, I think of American culture. I don't even really think about no other culture. I think about America.
Yeah, crack. I think
black people.
Yeah, when I ain't gonna lie. When I think crack, I think black people. When I think meth,
I think white people. I ain't gonna lie. I think about white people.
Yeah.
Cocaine. Think about Latinos.
And rich white people.
Yeah, rich white people. Yeah.
Because this one thing when. That was the thing, right? I was having a conversation. I was saying, when you say crack, what do you think? What automatically pop in your head?
Black folk,
right? And you say cocaine,
white folk.
Like if somebody this was the question. If somebody said, well, it wasn't even really a question. It was like, well, yeah, it was. It was like if somebody said, yeah, man, I was off of some cocaine and shit. You know what I'm saying? People would be like, oh yeah, like you was kicking it with like some Mexicans or something, you know? Or white folks, somebody got some money. If somebody said, yeah, man, somebody offered me some crack, you're going to be like, well, who the fuck you be hanging around with? They're going to say, who you be hanging around with? Yeah. So that's the difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. So, another one. So what was the book you just mentioned, Atomic Habits?
Oh, Atomic Habits.
You know the author of?
I don't know it off the by any chance. But it's a very good book. It will help you. Like, I've been listening to it while I'm in the gym.
James Clear.
While I'm riding in the car. As soon as I get in the car, I don't know if it's just meant for me to be listening to it, but it popped right on. As soon as I do it. Every time.
It was meant.
Yeah, every time. And I've been listening to it off YouTube, and it's popping right on.
Niggas don't read, though, so, you know what I'm saying?
Listen, read, whatever.
Niggas don't only want to listen. Is that black culture?
Yeah.
That's American culture.
But
just hard head. It's hard head. That's American culture.
We in that age. That's American culture.
Yeah.
And we'll do two. We'll do two books.
Yeah, that's right. I just want to
because we didn't do one for June, so we got to do one for June and July.
I want to ask y'all another question about these goddamn books. Go ahead. No, because the thing about the books, I'm sorry. I just got to do it. I just got to do it. I know we over on time, but I got to ask y'all because I know you guys are avid book listeners. All right. Is there a difference between reading the book and listening to the book?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Can you properly say that you read the book if you listen to it?
Well, you listened to the book. You didn't read it.
Right, but so often people will say, well, I read the book.
No, I listened to the book. But I will say that, though.
Because I feel like I'm a person that I like the hard copy of the book. You know what I mean? So I gotta finish that. I like the hard copy of the book. I like flipping the pages. I like marking things down. Yeah. So a lot of times I really don't even get, because I like, books with information. So I really don't get through the books like I'm supposed to. I'll flip from chapter to different chapters and hopped all over the place. So that's why I was asking, like, when they kind of read the book for you, and do you feel like you retain the information as much?
Yes and no for me, depending on where I'm listening to it at. Because if I'm focused on it and not doing anything else, like if I'm at the gym and I'm listening to the book, I done zoned everything out. I'm really focusing on this book and focusing on the sets I'm doing and all that stuff. Yeah. So I kind of retain the information. Or if I'm like doing it while I'm driving down the street in a truck or something like that, I retain the information and stuff too. So it's kind of, I like it because I guess sometimes you can picture it and visualize it in your head or something, more with me with somebody talking to you. Yeah. So I guess that's what it kind of is like me. And I'm not like a very good, I know if I start reading something, I got to be sitting down and we always on the go all the time. And it's best for me to do it that way.
Okay.
That's just my point.
Yeah, at least get it in there.
Yeah, I get it in.
I understand.
Agreed. I'm pretty much 100% on the same level with Maul when it comes to listening to books. And if what your question was, Jay, every day, do you retain it as well? No. It's yes and no. I retain the information. I remember what was said, but it's like when you have the physical copy of the book, you can say page 236, second line, or look at your highlight and pinpoint it that way. To an extent that you can bookmark stuff on these apps, but I don't utilize that. Unintentionally, because like Maul said, I'm on the move while I'm listening to it, so it's tough to stop in.
Yeah, most of the time I'm driving or some shit.
Right, and sure. I think sometimes with some apps you can actually make notes in the app.
Yeah.
But as far as full on retention of the information, I would have to listen to that book 2 or 3 times to really retain the information.
Yeah.
So, no, absolutely, yeah. It's just the audiobooks are more convenient. I'm on the road listening to stuff all the time anyway. So if it's not a podcast, it's a book. If it's not a book, it's music.
Yeah, I'm on the same thing. I'm always listening to something. Got something in my headphones. I got to me nowadays, I don't see how anybody can move around here and not have no headphones. Some type of Bluetooth headphones. That is crazy to me. Because if you still got to walking with your phone on your ear, and I even hate when you talking to people, and I'm like, you got me on speaker? How the fuck do you have me on speaker for? I hang up on somebody for that shit. Because what if I said something or something like that and you got me on speaker or something like that? No. Get you some headphones, bro, and invest in some good ones.
Do you remember, this just make me flash back to the days when we didn't have that at all.
But we do. Fuck that. We do now, though. Like, it's technology. Get you some fucking headphones. Even if you got to get the wired ones, get you something where you can only be the one that hear the what you call it.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, man. What do you think, JV? That you have physical copies of the book?
Yeah, I try to retain a physical copy of whatever book I'm reading. Now, if it's kind of like a novel or something, it's not no big deal. I'll listen to it online, and I try to find a free copy that way. But yeah, I do kind of like making notes and stuff. So that's why I said, like, for me, I'm a big 48 Laws of Power, big Robert Greene.
I am
Greene
too.
fan,
I love Robert Greene.
Right?
Yeah,
so
I had to pick one.
So I have all the books. So, sometimes I'll just go through it and, just pick a chapter or something like that. So,
you want one more? You want 50 Laws of Power?
I got that one.
Oh, you got, okay.
Yeah, no, I got all. I mean, that's under
under Robert Greene, yeah.
So yeah, I got all of them. But yeah, I think that the audio books are useful, especially if you're on the move. But I think also it's you should always have a hard copy, especially of something that you really like.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say. I'm definitely a fan of that. And if it's a book that I really like, I'm working on having physical copies of those books. Like I have a copy of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, if I'm not mistaken. It's either that one or Richest Man in Babylon, which are basically the same book. I'm working on getting copies of my favorite sci-fi series that I talked about a long time ago. I'm gonna get a few more. Like David Goggins, Can't Hurt Me. Get a physical copy of that. All of the ones that I really like, I'm gonna have a physical copy of.
Yeah. I think it's good to amass a library that's manageable for you. Like obviously not just having a whole bunch of books that you don't read just to be like, hey, nigga, I got that book. Right? But just books that's manageable for you where it's in your rotation that you still look at them because a lot of times the books collect dust. You know what I mean? Now you said, Spaces, you got an extra copy.
You almost said you got an extra copy of David Goggins. Can't Hurt Me? That was an audiobook that I listened to, and it's the stuff that he went through is crazy.
What is the name of that book?
Can't Hurt Me.
Can't Hurt Me, okay.
Yeah.
So just to amass a library that's manageable by you, because I think books that are great, great for life lessons and stuff like that. You don't just read them and discard them. Go through them over and over again.
Yeah, you go back to them, make sure you know, and all that stuff. Yeah.
All right, man. So you got 2 specific recommendations, even though we mentioned other ones. We got Atomic Habits by James Clear, and then the one I'm recommending people read, or I guess you could say listen to. In this case, you can get a physical copy. It's on YouTube. It's I don't know how to properly say her name. Shahrazad Ali's Black Man's Guide to Understanding the Black Woman.
Okay.
It's
to be a Muslim.
It's on YouTube. It's a 5.5 hour listen. So it's great. It's a great listen. It's great listen. Big shouts out to Will Hill.
Salute.
And
Salute.
Third Post Media got Curtis.